Good evening. Oh, sorry. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It would have been good evening, but then Lord Indra said, no, let the party go late. It's a Saturday night, and that's what you do with the IPL, but no party for the Kolkata Knight Riders. A party for some of the players that the Eden Gardens probably still loves. I'm talking about Shakib, I'm talking about Manish Pandey, I'm talking about Yusuf Pathan. And somebody who KKR loves is here, Joy Bhattacharya. Somebody who India loves is here, Zahir Khan. And somebody who only his mother loves is here, that's me, Gaurav Kapoor.
And the Red Table.
And the Red Table, who I love dearly, is my precious. Sorry, coming back to the game of cricket. Yusuf Pathan finishing in style. It was a beautiful moment, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the way he finished, and not only did he finish, he and Russell are the closest of friends, so just hit it for a six. It's very satisfying for him at the same time, but it was really funny to see. It was like the KKR union happening. Riddhiman Saha getting runs up front, then Shakib getting a little, then Yusuf Pathan finishing it off. And you wonder that Kane Williamson was a sort of intruder. कि यार तू बीच में ये दोनों के आपस की बात हो रही थी.
Actually, her union में allowed to get a +1.
+1.
There's a few gate crashers always, right? So he was like the gate crasher, but not a gate crasher. He's like the gate crasher of the party who comes and suddenly he's the dancer everyone is looking at. That was Kane Williamson. But we spoke about this, Zach. We spoke about the KKR factor for SRH, which means that the KKR batsmen or KKR players who are now with Sunrisers Hyderabad and visiting Eden Gardens, and today they played quite a part, didn't they?
Well, head-to-head was showing that KKR had an upper hand.
A big
SRH.
upper hand. It was 5-0 versus SRH in Eden.
And clearly they needed players from KKR to turn it around.
Bangalore tried the same thing.
Bangalore tried the same. KKR की team इसलिए थी कुछ बची सब लेकिन.
IPL strategy which is coming up, the teams
acquisition strategy.
Head-to-head right with, just take the players from that team.
नहीं आप acquisition बोल रहे हैं. I've got a better term for it. Hostile takeover.
Hostile takeover.
That's what it has been. Today, not as hostile a takeover by Sunrisers Hyderabad as we had expected earlier because the total was not very high. Sorry, what do you
No, I was just want
a good bowling effort.
Not just a good bowling effort. There's one thing though. I feel that while the Sunrisers side is very, very good on paper, they're giving other teams a chance.
Yeah.
And it happened against Mumbai also, it happened today also. In positions where they should have finished calmly and controlled, finished in the 14, 15, 16, they allowed the game to go. And remember, Yusuf just lofted at least one over cover, which if it had gone to hand in cover and they would have lost one more wicket, this could have been very, very close, if not going both ways. So what I'm saying is, while they're a very good team, they're not a team that's finishing off the opposition. They're giving them a chance.
One thing which was standing out for me was the wicket was little bit on the slow side. It did slow down.
Yeah.
And so was the case against Mumbai Indians as well. So I think that's something which other teams are going to take note of. And certainly I think on a slowish kind of tracks, you will see Sunrisers struggle to put on runs on board. I think that's one strategy teams might look to adapt if they have to beat Sunrisers. Otherwise, their bowling is looking very strong.
Their bowling is good, but what you're saying is their batting is not closing it out as well as their bowling is closing out, right?
Yeah,
so
they
focus on that.
Yeah, they're finishing. They're getting across the line right now. But at least both times they gave the other teams a chance. They shouldn't. In these positions, they should just flatten them off, finish them off.
What we're talking about, let's have a look at the mini scorecard of what happened in the KKR match against SRH. Remember, Kane Williamson won the toss, told KKR to bat first. That's 9 out of 9 times in this tournament that the winning captain has chosen to chase. And the bowling unit, of course, the SRH, we keep talking about it. Fantastic performance today. Kept the KKR down to 138. Great bowling there by Bhuvi, Stanley, Shakib. I mean, we're used to seeing all these names. And the other two names there, which are not on the mini scorecard, are Rashid Khan and Sid Kaul. So you've got a solid bowling attack. And in the end, they got there with 1 over to spare, which is what Joy and Zach are talking about. They're not closing it out. But Williamson there getting a half century. Shakib getting some runs as well, adding to his catches and his wickets. And Riddhiman Saha gave a few heroics at the top. Really a kind of a Warner kind of innings, even though he didn't get to that kind of score. Sunil Narayan, of course, kingpin for KKR, and as Zach is saying, slow wicket because you see all the 3 spinners are on this mini card.
Absolutely, and if you look at SRH's bowling, their seamers were chipping in.
Yeah.
But the wicket did slow down, and I think when you look at the game, I think KKR will take a lot of positives out of this game. They need Little bit of fine tuning for sure. They were bit confused with regard to batting today. They need to figure that thing out. I think when you're playing youngsters, the best thing to do is give them that confidence. If you don't bat Shubman Gill at the number which he will be happy with, he'll always be
like stopgap. He's having to adapt too much.
That freedom, that confidence. If it's not given, that freedom doesn't come. You have to express yourself freely. Similarly with Shivam Mavi, if you played him, you cannot give him 15th over.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
have to give him.
You said that. Remember?
You have to give him that confidence that you are good enough to play at this level. If you give him bowling so late, he's always going to feel that, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I still need to figure out I'm not good for this level of cricket. And that something has to come from captain, the team management. That confidence has to be given by the support staff to the player. You've invested in the young players, so give them that confidence. Like we were talking about, throw them in the deep end. Let them figure out how to deal with pressure. They might fail a bit, but that's the investment you're talking about.
Yeah, better try and fail than not let them try at all, right?
There's a great story which, it's Henry Ford, it's a management story, it's a fantastic story. In the 50s and 60s, Ford was this really big businessman. And was it Ford? No, it was Thomas Watson of IBM. And there's this one executive who made a bad decision. It cost the company about $10 million. And he was ashen, and he went to meet Thomas Watson, and Thomas Watson said that, aren't you going to fire me? He says, don't be silly. I spent $10 million teaching you a lesson. If I fire you now, how is it going to help? That's a great attitude to take, saying that, this is a great learning experience for the guys, and exactly, throw them the ball. Be brave. If you've gone in the auction like CSK and said, I'm depending on experienced players, that's KKR's strategy there. Even the marketing policy has been about the young players, about the future, about the youth. Then go through with it.
And you made that change today. You did make that change that Narain was not opening. So that number 3 slot was available. Or number 4 slot for that matter. If Nitish Rana is going to bat at number 3, you could have used Shubman Gill at that number 4 position. Give him time, and today's conditions were apt for him. It wasn't one of those conditions where you have to just go and score at a higher rate. You could have taken your time. That's what someone like Dinesh Karthik was also doing in the middle. These are the opportunities which make or break players. If he had scored runs there, your season would have been set.
Yeah.
You got to figure out that batting lineup, or persist with Sunil Narine. If he's been opening, persist with him.
Yeah, it seemed a little half and half today, right? It seemed sort of neither here nor there, and that's why SRH has ended up with those 2 points. Great captaincy by Kane Williamson as well. I'm not showing off, but around when he was batting around 7th, 8th over, I said, Kane Williamson jita ke jayega. You remember I said
Fair point.
Absolutely. It was his guy. He was like, he's going to take responsibility and he's going to take his team into a position of victory, and that's what he did. And the strike rate may not look magnificent, but it wasn't required to be spectacular today. This was a match situation. He's great experience, great guy to read it and say, all right, I'm here, I'm going to get these 50 runs, I'm going to get my team right there, close to the win, near the win, to the win, and that's when I'm going to check out. Well, let's have a look at where the points table stands now. It's looking very good for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad now are at the absolute top. 6 points, nicely done. That net run rate, I mean, you're saying 2 games they've taken closely. 2 games are close. One, of course, that big RR win. Therefore, their net run rate is pretty high, much ahead of CSK. But look at the team. The other team that played today is Mumbai Indians. The defending champions after 3 games are number 8. So you're going to have a look at that. Of course, we have 2 games tomorrow. But today, the news that has happened is SRH consolidating their position at the top. DD getting off the mark with a big win. That's a big win when you get to almost 200 in Mumbai in an afternoon game with 30,000 kids cheering. You know, that's a big morale boost for them. One. And for Mumbai Indians, well, it's 0 from 3 and they really have to pick themselves up. And the only time they have to do it is now, starting next game. Well, it's Sunday tomorrow, and Sunday means double game excitement at the IPL. 1 second. Today is Sunday. Aaj ki sham aapke naam. Too late for old people like me, but there's 2 games later today. Let me tell you which ones they are. This is The royal encounter coming to you from the garden city of Bengaluru. 1 second, the former garden city, now the dug-up pothole city of Bengaluru. Listen, don't hate me, you know it's the truth. Royal Challengers and Rajasthan Royals. And then it moves on to Mohali, where we've got the Kings. So एक तरफ भी Royal, दूसरी तरफ भी Kings. मतलब कल तो भाई राजा, हाथी, घोड़े, सोने के सिक्के फेंके जाएंगे सबके ऊपर.
धमाकेदार संडे होगा.
धमाकेदार. Kings 11 Punjab playing the Chennai Super Kings tomorrow. तो कल ये दोनों ही encounter actually काफी धमाकेदार होने वाले.
The first one is going to be a high scoring one, I think. Bangalore.
Yeah.
You have
Will.
AB, you have Virat, you have someone like Ajinkya Rahane on the other side, Ben Stokes, it's
Josh Butler.
I think it's
Darcy Short, अगर उससे लग जाए तो Darcy Short. Tomorrow afternoon, don't go walking in Cubbon Park. There's a lot of big guys. That ball is going to come at you.
Boys.
And Jofra Archer as well.
Jofra Archer as well.
Brendan McCullum sitting out there waiting for his chance to hit the ball. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be one of those, as they say, a high stakes shootout kind of thing. It's a shootout. Who you get 100, 200, I can get 220. You can get 220, I'll make 240.
Yeah.
It sounds very much like that kind of game is being set up. It's not a good day to be a bowler. That's all I can tell you.
Very rarely is Nozak in T20 cricket.
No, but Umesh has been bowling so well. I think he's raring to go. He's looking very fresh. Look at
he's looking like the sheriff in the shootout. Yeah,
it's like he's put in a lot of work. I think in this time off which he's got leading up to the IPL, and so exciting things ahead for RCB. I think they looked good in the last game. And certainly going to be a high scoring affair, but I'm backing RCB tomorrow for sure between RR and RCB.
And in the second game, the Kings versus the Kings.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. I think Chennai is got this momentum going, which is that belief of winning any game from any situation. That will be interesting. Someone like Ashwin is settling in nicely now, with some.
Sir, purani team hai uski. He also has a point to prove.
This is another one of those encounters.
Yeah.
Dhoni versus Ashwin will be very interesting.
Ashwin's going to be standing there with the ball saying, "Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow." I'm going to show you what you left or what you let go. Well, so that's tomorrow. Those are the two games. Of course, 3:30 is when we're going to be here on Cricket Buzz Live. So do join us then. पर क्या कर रहे हैं आप? टेबल तो लेते जाइए. टेबल तो वही लेके जाएगा जो जॉय फैक्टर का सही जवाब देगा. जो हम तो रॉयल्स और किंग्स की बात कर रहे हैं भैया. द रियल मोनार्क इज द पर्सन हु आंसर्स दिस क्वेश्चन. The question, of course, was, let's play it on repeat so you're reminded of the trauma we subjected you a few hours ago.
Okay, the question was, among all batsmen who have scored more than 1,000 IPL runs, there are only two who made their highest score in their first innings. Who are the two batsmen? And this literally happened in the first IPL, in the first 2 days of the tournament. Brendan McCullum went and got 158, which is a very difficult, score to replicate. And the very next day, just to prove that, if a Kiwi can do it, Australia can do just as well, Michael Hussey went and got 116. I think that was in Mohali, Kings 11 versus Kings 11 Mohali. So two really big ones there. This was an easy question, I think.
But I have to tell you something.
My yellow connection was just spot on.
Your yellow connection was spot on both ways.
I think we both met Raina. ठीक है. We just missed it by slide. एक position बैटिंग position से वैसे.
But I just पूरी story नहीं बतानी.
सर इंटरनेट पे सब बता देते हैं. इंटरनेट पे सच्चाई, टीवी पे झूठ, इंटरनेट पे सच्चाई.
That's a good one.
पर मैं आपको एक और बात बताऊं. When you read the question, didn't it seem like we heard this question a few days ago? That's how long this year has been.
I tell
The
you.
date is changed.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. It felt like 2 days ago. But we have a winner. We have one winner for the big red table. It is Hitesh Ganesan. Congratulations, Hitesh Ganesan. It's Hitesh 1030. That is your. I wish it was 10:30 right now, man. It's like 12:40. But you're the winner, Hitesh. Well done. आपके नाम में ही हिट है तो आपने तो जीतना ही था. आपने तो सुपर हिट होना ही था. तो before देखिए मटेरियल चीजें भूल जाइए. पैसा हाथों की मैल है. What you have to do is message all your friends. Tell them all that you are a winner because we told you so. And that's more important than these silly things like red tables, right? Who called my table silly?
Where did that come from?
Who called me silly? Don't you dare. I will be sending you the red table, Hitesh. It will be coming to you. Oops. Oh, what have I done here? Well, it's time to say good night now, or good morning almost, but from all of us here, I'd like to thank Joy Bhattacharya and Zahir Khan. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Pleasure.
Thank you for being here. Enjoy the games later today. I have a day off.
Enjoy your day off.
Leave the table behind.
No!
Leave the
हम
table
घर जा रहे हैं
behind.
हम नहीं खेलते मैं अपना टेबल लेके घर जा रहा हूँ मैं नहीं खेलता we're going to be relaxing tomorrow just leave your glasses on the side tomorrow alright really do it's good night from me Gaurav Kapoor and our entire crew here at Cricket Buzz Live enjoy the rest of your morning bye